those are diverse and myriad, or I don't know. uh, do. And then yeah. So wait, what is the? I think the shape of like if you like this is the I think this is the most like head-on one that we're seeing. So I think the shape of it is like roughly like this. Like if you see them like directly, like no no level of like foreshortening or anything like that, or I don't know, like yeah, that like represents like the actual like shape of the fletching itself. I guess this would cover up the this would be yeah, this would be on the closer side of the bow. Oh, so maybe this one should actually be a little further down. Maybe this should be like angled a little. Yeah, this should actually. Should be this one should be uh, a little further down like that. Wait, like that, I guess. So this one you won't actually see very much of. Uh, Maybe a little more than that. Uh, do do do. Okay, so something like this, I guess. Uh, uh, yeah, that's probably fine-ish. I feel like no, wait, hold on. The nose here should be a little blunter or something. I don't know, like these like don't seem like they're lining up quite right for me. The rest of it seems okay. Like this part, I don't know. Is it too blunt? Is not blunt enough? I'm gonna call that fine. See how that looks like from a distance. From a distance, I said. There we go. So there's that, and then there's that, and then there's that. Oh no, the fletchings in general just got too. Yeah, they got too like fat. Uh, like these are supposed to be tapered more. Like in the first one, actually, I think they got progressively less and less tapered because in the first one they actually were very tapered, and then like as it went on, they got like less and less tapered. So should I taper this one more? No, that one's good enough. This one needed the taper the most because like in the first one they're actually very tapered. So actually, yeah, I should taper these. I should taper this one a little bit more. Yeah. What is the schema behind my image file names? Yes, you're correct. The schema is sometimes there's a 0, sometimes there's an A. That is the schema. Uh, um, I again like it's one of those things where if I was working with on a team with like other people, I would need to not make such like flippant like hand wavy decisions. But I'm not. I'm working independently, so I can be like flippant and hand wavy, and the whole team is on board. So, uh, yeah, it's not a good habit per se, but you can't make me stop. No one can make me stop. Stupid file naming conventions forever. Oh yeah, okay. So the other thing I forgot to do is I used the point two brush or the 2.2 pixel brush for drawing the purposes, but then I never came back and sharpened these points. Yeah. So that's fine. I'm gonna assume that you're giving advice, Kirkano. I'm gonna assume that you're not being like a snide dork who is stupid. I'm going to assume that instead you're being a smart person who's giving advice. And so I'm going to interpret your statement that you are saying that game development is not about finishing the game, but that game development is about improving the product. And the time that you stop working on a game product is when you are no longer in a position to improve it in a meaningful way, which is true. That's actually a very smart statement. That's not a dumb question of an idiot person. That is an insightful point that you have about game development. Um, yes, good job, Kokano. I'm glad we have all had the benefit of that wisdom, uh, because that is an important thing to bear in mind. Otherwise, you might accidentally barge in someone's channel and ask a stupid idiot question like, "Why have you not finished your game?" Uh, yeah. Okay. Sogom. Uh, uh, work on a pixel art game. Yeah, I remember you, Kirkana. Uh, uh, pixel art game. I've never done pixel art before, but then again, I never did 2D art before this project, so I don't know. The next thing, like, I have an idea for like, okay, I had an idea way back in the day for like what my next project would be, and then at a certain point, I was like, I'm not going to do that one. And then so now I have a different idea of what my next project will be, but who knows if it's actually going to be what I have in mind now, or if I'm going to change it again at some point in the future. So we'll find out. Oh, did I accidentally save over? Oh, I did. I accidentally saved over this version. Fiddlesticks. Uh, no, that's easy enough to restore. No, what I meant to do was Control Shift save, and this will be 3B. Stupid naming convention, but whatever. All right, so now let's undo. All right, let's get rid of layer 6. Let's show layer 7, right? Because this is the one this is supposed to be 3A, and I accidentally deleted it, or like saved over it. Right, so let's not save over 3B. Let's Control Shift save 3A. Okay, so now our we have the 3 fletchings in like slightly different orientations. So hits THWAP 3. Oh, well, that one I forgot to shift down again. 16 pixels down. Save that, and then okay, cool. So now we have 3 different like fletching positions. Okay, we could even do like a rotating arrow animation if we wanted to. Are you being serious? All right, well. Seems like you're being serious, so I'll just give you a 24-hour ban. If you want to come back and I'm giving you just a 24-hour ban instead of a permanent ban, in case you want to come back and give us more like brilliant insights into game development. Because I thought the point that you made just now was very insightful, and like I said, it's very important to keep that in mind. Otherwise, you might ask idiot questions by accident. Uh, so, what? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna like, these don't have to be as tall anymore. So, I'm just gonna open. So this is 3A. Actually, I'll just close all of them and then open them all again. Uh, what did? Oh, well, I don't go into the details of like banned chat. But the person that just got banned, I don't know. They seemed upset for some reason. I don't know why, but when they were upset, they took it upon themselves to say derogatory things. And being upset is fine. You don't get banned for being upset. If you can be upset and not be derogatory, then like that's fine. But if you get so upset that you can't stop being derogatory, that's like, again, like you're fine. Like you go do you be who you are, right? But you're gonna lose your chat privileges if you can't do it in a respectful way. And when I say respectful, I don't necessarily mean like if you like I had been joking about like, oh, idiot, stupid, blah blah blah, and like if all had if the retort had just been like in the vein of like idiot, stupid, like that'd be fine. But like if you it's when you start using it's when you start using like like actually like offensive language, not like offensive in like jeering, but like offensive in like hate crimey sort of way, then that's a little that's when you lose your chat privileges. So I'm not going to go into what was said, but just in general, like it's actually really hard to get banned from this channel. The only way, I mean, it's not hard, but like it's very rare that like a person would get banned from this channel. Trolls get banned from this channel all the time, but in order to get banned, you actually have to say something like legitimately offensive. So, or you just have to like make it funny to get banned. If you put yourself in a situation where it would be funny for you to get banned, that's also that is actually also another scenario where you might get banned. Sogom knows that one. Okay, so I'm just gonna crush the height down on these to 60 because we don't need that whole lower region. Now that the animation is predominantly like lateral, we just don't need to worry about that anymore. And since that space is all empty, we can just clip it right off. Canvas size. Oops. I do have to remember to save these. There's no point in editing the file if I'm not going to save it. Image canvas size. 60. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. When I'm working on art stuff, I've sometimes I have too much time to think. I'll if I lose. Whoa! I thought I already saved that one. I was just going back and doing a safety save, but apparently all right, that's weird. Whatever. All right, those are all saved now. Good. All right, let's see. Let's just make sure I didn't like ruin everything. Oh, actually, wait. First, let's let's add our new art because we just put in those two new fletching positions. So let's what is that? That would be archery, hit THWAP. Yeah. Right. So for THWAP, we now have I mean, I named it like 3A and 3B, which is dumb because like they're gonna get indexed as 4 and 5 anyways. So like I should have just named them 4 and 5, but I didn't. So now we have 3A and 3B as well, but their index is 4 and 5, so whatever. So then we're going to come down here. So yeah, so the first one that hits THWAP 3 is going to have THWAP 3. The next one that hits THWAP 3 is going to have THWAP 3A, which is indexed at 4. Right. So I should have just named it 4 anyways, but I do see chat. I'll get with it in just a second. And then the third one is going to hit 3B, which is 5, index 5. And then, so now, I mean, we could randomize these, but I don't really care about that. It's just going to be, so now when they're all three, darts in the board, they're going to have, or when they're all 3 arrows stuck in the boards, they're going to be oriented slightly differently. Yeah, so the reason I was thinking like of them as 3A and 3B is because like the animation goes 0, 1, 2, 3, but now it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3A, 0, 1, 2, 3B, because it's not like an extension of the animation. It's just an alternate of the an alternate outcome of the animation. See, now so now the arrows don't all look identical. So there's that. So now I just have to. So now there's just that one last tableau. Because this is what this tableau looks like. It's pretty simple, right? It's just you see the arrow, you see the target, and it just occurred to me like these arrows are getting sunk really deep into these targets, and I don't necessarily want them to be that sunk into the target, but I'm not also going to change it at this point. I'm just going to leave it like that. Um, so, uh, so, uh, let's do what? Uh, let's sorry. Let's let's start making the I I did not expect the reaction that transpired earlier. I was not expecting it. I guess I should have been. I just wasn't really thinking about it, but I guess I should have been expecting it. And did I actually change anything here? I don't think I actually changed anything here. I'm gonna say don't save because it looks fine. Um, no, it's just I don't know. It seemed the reaction seemed disproportionate, but and I was just chuckling about that. But I know I should stay on track. I should stay, there's still plenty of work to do. So archery, art, no archery. The long view. Yeah. Okay. So this one, like the art here, is not super complex. Right now we have the archer and we have the target. So one thing about these, um, they're actually they're not supposed to be individual items. There's supposed to be three archers all lined up in a row, and there's supposed to be three targets all lined up in a row. And we get that in the tableau. Oh, here I should change the tableau timing. Archery tableau duration, because we're not testing the third tableau anymore, or we're not testing the fourth tableau anymore. We're testing the second one. So I'll put this one up to speed of or a duration of 15 seconds because that's how long it's supposed to show up for. And I'll put this down to a duration of 1 second just so we can get there faster. Okay. And actually, I'll put this down to like 5 seconds because if we want to let it cycle around, it'll cycle through faster. So save that, and then yeah. So what do we have as the spacing currently for this tableau? It would be archery, long view. So right. So since we just have those single images, the way we're spreading them out is we're spacing the archers 40 pixels apart. So let's copy this. I need to clean up the image of the archer a little bit because like the neck is like weird and fuzzy, and like there's some other like spots that need to get cleaned up a little bit. But this is roughly the image of the archer, and very roughly. So like roughly the composition of this image will be. So let's add a new layer. Paste and offset this by 40 pixels. Alright, so we'll probably need a bigger frame. Actually, no, this fits. So we'll shift it over by 40, down by 1, and then we'll add a new layer down here, and we'll shift this one over by 40. This might need to expand a little bit. Is it? Yeah, it's not going to fit. Actually, it'll fit if we slide the other ones back. So let's slide this back, or let's slide this one back first. Slide it back by like 10 pixels. Slide this one back by like 10 pixels. And then copy and paste, and then slide this forward by 10 pixels. Or no, slide this forward by 40 pixels. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and up by 1 pixel. Okay. All right. So I was sliding it up by 1 pixel so that their feet would be offset, but like their hats are. I mean, like they're. Technically, there would be a little bit of like perspective on these adventures, such that the one in the background would be like slightly less tall than the others. So this is probably gonna look dumb, but whatever. Let's take extents on the entire adventure. Alright, I missed a pixel on the top. I missed 1 pixel up here. But let's, oh, and I also didn't extend it far enough out to get like the bow and everything. Let's just keep the adventures like the same height. So let's just literally squish this down by 1 pixel. It's gonna make it like really fuzzy. So I'll probably need to like clean up the art a little bit. But like, I don't know. There's basically just supposed to be like the slightest amount of perspective going on here. And right now there's not, and it probably looks really weird because of it. So I just want to see what it would look like if there was that perspective. And it might look dumb and I might decide not to do it, but I do want to try it. So then this one is up by 2 pixels, so I'll scale it down by 2 pixels in height. Oop, wrong layer. I was melting that one middle guy again. Okay. 2 pixels down. Alright, so now they're like slightly staggered. I don't know. Maybe that's fine, maybe that's weird. I don't know. We'll see. Actually, maybe for this one, since I'm shrinking it down 2 pixels, maybe I should also shrink it in 1 pixel, just to keep it proportional. Although that makes it like super fuzzy. I guess I'll just want to clean up this art then. Alright, so what is the, what is this art supposed to look like? Let's open, just for comparison, art, screenshots. Let's go to the adventure with the pointed cap, but before the adventure gets the bow. Before the adventure gets the bow, the adventure has a walking stick. So let's look at this one, just for comparison. This is what the collar is supposed to look like. Right now the collar just looks like a mess. So let's clean that up a little bit. Oh, sorry, I was not looking at chat. Spammers in chat. Yeah, actually, I've only gotten spammers like once ever, and it was a long time ago. It was like when I first set up the channel, or it was like literally like within my first several weeks of streaming, and I've been lucky, I guess. I for a while I had Nightbot in the channel because he can help with that sort of thing. Like he can auto ban people for spamming. But yeah. Oh yeah, I do have an anti-spam tool bot. It's really effective. That's what it is. I have anti-spam bot stuff, and it's really effective, and that's why there are no spammers here. That's what that's about. It's not just that I'm lucky. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna. Oops. Oh yeah, I'm gonna squish these layers together. Oh, there's some things that I kind of want to replace. Like, I might want to. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna squish the layers together yet. I'm gonna hide the background layers. Because like that looks okay, kind of. Like I probably will like do something like this, ultimately. But first I'm gonna fix up this adventure, the image of this adventure, and then maybe like possibly I might then recopy these like this adventure once I fixed it up to so I don't have to redraw it again and again. So we have the shoulder strap for the quiver coming across here. We have the bow and the bowstring, and oh, I don't have the wait, so let's open the there's no good place for this color palette. File, open. Actually, you know what? I'll just put it. I'm not gonna have too many layers right now, so I'll just cover up the bottom of the layers panel. That could work, I guess. Although whenever I mouse over the color thing, nothing happens. But whenever I mouse over the layers thing, the color panel gets covered up. That's great. That's super convenient. So file, open. The archer is primarily level 22. So this file is useful for reference purposes, for like color picking. Although at this point I could color pick from the other like archery art. Yeah, because I changed like the I didn't change the color of the bow, but I changed the color of the arrow and the arrow shaft and stuff. So, and that stuff was always like just temped in like super quickly, like slapped in the first place. So I'll want to fix that up quite assuredly. So right, so what is the color of the? Oh right, so let's open file, open like journey or art, archery. I don't know. Let's just do the close up framing. So right, so the color of the arrow shaft is. I'm just gonna sample from image again because I'm not doing that transparency stuff anymore. Right, so the color of the arrow shaft is actually like this instead. Actually, I'm gonna delete the old arrow shaft and then like I'm gonna erase away the old arrow shaft so that way I can just like draw over it. Yeah, it'll stay nice and clean. Everything super good, super clean, nice and good. Alright, so just get rid of the old arrow, and then let's draw on the new one. The new one should be pretty subtle because the color of the arrow shaft is like similar to the skin tone, so yeah, it's not going to even be that noticeable. But it might be slightly noticeable. Like it should be perceptible, I guess. And then the arrowhead, I guess, like just make sure that's like looking good too. Yeah, make sure it's the right color, and I'll extend it a little further out too, so it's a little more noticeable. Oh, and actually, I don't think it should even be quite so close to the bow. Like, I don't think the arrowhead actually rests on the bow. I think the bow should be not covered up by that. Neither should the hand. And then, so the arrow shaft will actually extend slightly further out from the bow, and then the arrowhead will be set out on the end of the bow shaft. Yeah, like that. Not a huge difference, but you know, consistency. This is how we depict it in the other frame. So, and then I guess I could have shading on the arrowhead. All this kind of a small detail. Sure, why not? Okay. Oh hey, yeah, congratulations, whoever leveled up. Sorry, I missed that. But yay, hooray! Did I level up? Oh, how big is the game already? One image is 5 megabytes? I don't think one image is 5 megabytes. Oh, 0.5 megabytes. What image was 0.5 megabytes? Oh, that, if you're talking about the one that, if you're talking about, the framing, no, that's only like 200 kilobytes. Well, I don't know. I guess we can check how big the project is. One thing to keep in mind, though, is that I keep a lot of, like, project-related files in here that are not specifically project files. So we'll let that tick up over here. Oh, wait, no, it's done. It's 40 megabytes, apparently. And that's actually including... Wow, really? Okay, sure. That's actually including a lot of, like I was saying, like this is just a file that I have, like, with all the images, like, separated onto different layers so that I can slide them around separately. Like, these images are, like, the game doesn't actually use this file. The game uses the images that I export from this file. So, yeah, I was actually thinking it would be bigger too. I was thinking, like, at least hundreds of megabytes, but, like, I literally, just for fun, I went and I made, this folder. Like, this folder doesn't get used by anything in the game. Like, I just made this folder once because I was like, I don't know, I just want to see what this looks like. And so what I did here is I made, this is like literally every piece of adventure art throughout the entire game. And then there's like hundreds of additional, like what would this character look like? Just like slapping random character pieces together. So the nice thing about this folder is that if I click through it, it gives like the history of the adventure, like the expedited history, there's like the fast version of leveling up through side quests. If you ever wondered what it was like to level up in side quest, it's a bit like this. Okay. I'll stop. I don't know. It amuses me to see this happening, so I like to click through it. But I'll stop. I said I'll stop and I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll stop. Okay, stop. Okay. Okay. So I all the art for this project is .png. JPEGs are lossy, so like PNG, if you save a .png, like it actually is the same file that you just saved. Like the pixels are actually the same pixels that you drew. Yeah, GIFs are like a stupid version of pings. Um, oh, like animated GIFs? Yeah, GIFs like I don't know, like pings. Like GIFs also like actually preserve the colors, like they're not lossy like a JPEG. But yeah. Oh, so if you like GIFs, uh, oh, JPEG doesn't support alpha. That's probably true. Yeah. If you like GIFs, uh, well, so for one thing, we do have kind of do have the level GIFs because like wait, hold on. For one thing, if you go to well, if you go to like well, so when Trusty Bard tweets out like certain level ups, he'll tweet out that like well, here let's actually look at it. Let's look at Trusty Bard's Twitter account. Uh, do do do. Uh, Trusty Bard. So when Trusty Bard tweets out level ups, sometimes like when players hit certain levels, like Trusty Bard will say, "Congrats on level 12." Level 12 is like the level where you become like the adventurer. So like we do have gifs of like the of some of the levels, specifically like level 12, level 13, level 21, level 22. Like there's specific levels that like that have those gifs. And then the other gif that I did make once just for fun was I made a gif of side quest intro. Wait, what? Oh, introducing. Yeah. Was it this one? Oh, wait, why is it not? Oh, no, that's a ping. Where's the GIF? Yeah, this one. So we did make this GIF once, which is like, hey, Trent Sterling. Oh, hey, Trent, thank you for hosting. Welcome, everyone. We were just looking at a GIF that I made for the game that we're working on. We're just flicking through character levels. So yeah, I did make this GIF once, which, you know, it kind of does like the first, I think it skips over levels. It does level 0, level 3, level 6, level 9, level, is that right? I don't know. It like, these are like some of the first few levels of the game. But yeah, yeah, Trent, thank you very much for hosting and welcome. So for anyone who's unfamiliar with side quest, it's what's happening at the bottom of the screen right now. It's all these little characters are us, like it's everyone here in this channel. And what I'm working on specifically right now is an archery mode for side quests. So here, I'll just actually I'll it's not going to show very well if I just like show it right now. But I'm working on like art assets for the archery mode, which is mostly together at this point. I'm just going to change the durations real quick just to archery spelled correctly, archery tableau durations. Let's set those to something reasonable, and then we can look at the what the archery mode looks like. So I'm just going to set it to, oh no, I'll give it the real values. So 15, so 25, 15, oh no, I'll do 15, 15, 15, and 20. So, so here's archery. This isn't going to be the playable mode. This is just going to like go through automatically. So in archery, you have like you have your bow, you have the target. There's a flag which indicates like what the wind speed is, and so we have also the action tags like left, right, and steady that we can use to control the shot. This is just a simulation. This isn't playing right now. This is the tableau that I haven't done yet. I want to make this one look better. Basically, this is some of the art that we'll be working on now. I'm going to make the archers look a little bit more polished, like improve that, and then I'm also going to add like shading and stuff to the targets. I'm also going to add different flag animations so that just for consistency, like the wind is going to like flap a little bit when the flag is going to flap in the correct direction of the wind. It's not like a major deal, but like, just for consistency, right? And then, so this is just like, yeah, this is the close-up shot. And then here's the results screen, basically. Like, this is when we see the shots landing. and the percentage sign in the corner is going to be an indication of like how many uh, how many people how many people got bullseyes, how many people got near shots, how many people kind of missed the mark a little bit. And then so then it goes into round two because there are 3 rounds of shooting, and so this is like the first new super type. So like all the events in the game right now, I'm calling like the classic super type, and so the archery is like the first new super type that we're adding to side quests. So yeah, uh, so right, yeah. So the art specifically that I'm working on right now is are those little archers that were like kneeling down. Yeah, so like these guys here, they were kneeling, and like this is mostly done. I was just like, there's a little cleanup to do. Like some of the lines just got a little smudgy. I don't even know how that happened exactly, but like there's just like some roughness that got introduced. I was just moving really fast. Like I never really considered like this art to be final. I should not be using such a thin brush. A lot of this stuff I just like kind of slammed together just to like get it look like something, and I never really came back to revisit it. So this is the point where I actually come back and revisit it and make it look a little bit better. Like the knee, for example, is like really weirdly shaped. Like it's a little hard to tell on this blank background. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna give us a background color, not like for the actual image, but just for contrast while I'm drawing these pants in particular. So let's just pick like a greenish color, not quite so bright, and put that in the background. Oh, the background spilling by layer, not by image. Okay. No, stop. Stop doing things and switch back to image. Okay. Oh look, and there's like a weird like cruft. Like okay, so now let's finish cleaning this up. Uh, yeah, thank you for whoever was quick on the moderation trigger. Did I say that yet? I just like glanced at chat and there was a deleted message and I was like, oh, all right. I get why people are curious like when that happens, because like whenever that happens I'm always like, I wonder what that was, but I don't wonder that hard. Mostly I'm just appreciative that someone was there to catch that when that happened. So thank you to whoever caught that. So yeah, so the knee is a little bit it's like a little bit rotund. It's a little bit too fatty, and I think it's because this part of the leg wasn't coming far enough forwards. But then and also the top of the knee is a little like noodly shaped. It should be a little more pointy, not like super pointy, but just like a little more pointy. And actually I guess the thigh shouldn't be too thin. I don't know. Can it? Oh really? Oh no. Oh sorry, not to. Oh wow. Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. Clonze, thank you. All right, I'm no longer curious. And yeah, thank you for catching that. All right, that's really good to know. Yeah, I'm really paranoid as like a moderator because like I have no experience like running a channel before. Like I've never done like anything community related before, which you can probably tell because like I don't run this channel like a community. I run this channel like it's just a stream. Like it's just like me talking to a camera, and then you guys are here too. And that's actually really handy because like I never really know. I never know for sure like what is happening there, but now I do. All right, so that's cool. That's just a neat trick in general. So yeah, if anyone missed it, it's just that apparently, like, is that like a moderator tool? Is it like, can anyone do that, or is it just like, huh? I don't know. Either way, apparently, like, I can see what deleted messages are, at least in my own channel. Is, huh? Interesting. Anyways, so yeah, so the detailing on this like armor, like, there's usually like this striping effect that kind of goes across it. It's not supposed to be supremely pronounced, but I had lost it when I was like drawing stuff earlier, so I'm just gonna try and reinstate a touch of it. Not again, like not too much, but just kind of get it back to how it was looking before. Yeah, and I can clean up like the lines of the arm here. They were drawn like really fast, and they came out like really sloppy. I didn't necessarily mean to like make the lines like weird and like fuzzy. It's just like again, I was like, I wasn't even sure if I was gonna like do all this stuff. I wasn't sure how this was gonna turn out, so I ended up doing it really fast, or I did most of it really fast, and it ended up being really tempy. The the outcome. I think this elbow is a little too far back. I think this 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 like forearm here is like almost as long as the full arm here. So I think we need to bring this elbow forwards a bit. Yeah, a little more like that. I think that's better. And then so this is shaping up. This is looking better now. And again, this is like small detail, so like it didn't even look that bad before, but now it'll like, it'll hold up better in screenshots and stuff. Uh, and so yeah, so like I said, I think the thing that we looked at before with like the extra adventures like in the background and stuff, like I think that works out okay. But the first thing I'll do is I'll copy over our improved version of the adventure so that we at least have like a better base to work from when setting up those other ones, and then we can uh, uh, yeah, okay, so alright, let's just smooth out this arm a little bit because this arm's a little bit lumpy, and that's probably good. This is probably satisfactory for like what we're trying to accomplish here. So I mean, I guess I should change the arrows, right? Because like that's not the color of the like these are definitely not like these arrows that we have in this quiver here are definitely not the arrows that we have that we're firing with, right? Oh yeah, because that's the other thing is we know that the fletching on these arrows are yellow, right? Because we just set that up. Like, because when the arrows hit, we can see like the fletching is very bright yellow. So like hypothetically in this image here, we should have like yellow fletching on our arrows, which I might just skip. I don't know if this will like if this will really read correctly if I try and put it in here. So I might just like I might just like overlook that little detail. But like the funny thing is like these arrows in the quiver are clearly not the arrows that we're firing. But I don't think I'm gonna care about that because this outfit is very consistent with the character art that actually appears in the game, and I think I'd prefer to have that consistency over like a minor detail like that. I wasn't enthusiastic about the yellow color that we chose for the fletchings anyways. Like I chose that yellow color just because it would contrast well, but not because I liked it. I definitely do not in fact like it. So another subtle detail, I'm just like the collar came up a little too high on the face. But yeah, other than that, I think this is good, and we can roll with this. So yeah, again, let's show these layers, but I'm going to basically like clobber them because I'm going to take this layer, copy, paste, and then slide it over 40 pixels, and up 1 pixel for now, and then select all, copy, and paste, and then slide this over 40 pixels and up 1 pixel. Alright, so the other thing that I'm going to do, I really wish I didn't want to do this. I really wish that I just instead didn't do this. But I think I am going to actually do this. I'm going to take, because I wanted their feet to be shifted up 1 pixel, so it kind of looked like they were stacked in perspective, but like, I also don't want like the, I don't, like if I just shift it up by 1 pixel, it doesn't look perspective-y, it just looks like some of them are like a little bit like higher up than the others. Do I have a name for the characters in side quest? I have many names for the characters in side quest. Some of them are, for example, Binri or Trent Sterling or Sogam, or there are various other characters. But if you mean like in general, like a term for like who all these characters are, adventurers is like what I just call them. Which is confusing because like when I talk about the the NPCs in the village, I call those adventurers sometimes too, whereas it'd make more sense to be calling them villagers and stuff. But like, yeah, there's not like a name for like the species or anything like that. Or at least if there is, I haven't thought it up yet. All right, I'm gonna so I'm shrinking down these ones in the background, so that it looks a little more perspective-y. But by doing that, it's like blurring out the image a little bit. So I'm going to the parts that they get blurred out that are like especially egregiously bad. Um, those oops, wrong layer. Those parts I will go back and touch up because some of it is going to get pretty bad, especially this one because I'm scaling it on both axes. It's like that like gets really blurry, and that's unfortunate. But I don't know, it could be worse. I'm not gonna go crazy with it. I'm just gonna basically take a thin brush and go in and like clean up some of these lines. I'm drawing on the wrong layer. Oops. Do do do. So yeah, so I'm not gonna like do everything, and just like a few key lines. I'm just gonna go in and reinforce like the eyes, for example. Just like parts where like the there's like I don't know. Oh no, you know what I should have done? Probably, maybe. Actually, I'm gonna try. Huh? What if instead of actually no, I mean I'll keep that in case I can't come up with something better. But what if instead I did yeah, what if instead I did like neighboring pixel? Because like if you do best quality, if you do quote unquote best quality when you scale things in Paint.net, you get like that smudgy, like blurry. It makes everything really blurry because it tries to. I guess it's just trying to retain the image as like best it can, um, like the shape and like the gradient and stuff like that. Uh, and oh shoot. I used a patch of green on the when working on the adventure instead of using the eraser tool. Whoops. Let's fix that. That was not intentional. Um, okay, that's better. So let's put this back over here. So yeah, I'm just gonna clear these other layers because like whatever. I think what I'm about to do is gonna be better. So let's no, not rotate. Let's line this up as such, and then right. So there's no green lingering in this image, I hope. Okay, good. And then yeah, okay. So I was thinking is so to scale this down, what if instead we did image resize instead of best quality? What if we did nearest neighbor? With nearest neighbor, it won't invent a color. It won't come up with those like the lines don't get as blurry. Like it might not work well. Like if I bump this down to 70, it might like end up looking like janky instead. But the nice thing is that it didn't invent any new colors. Like it didn't like make these weird like midtones that make things ever look like blurry and stuff. So now we can copy this and like put it in here, and so now if we line up the foot, it will naturally be a pixel shorter. Alright, so then we can slide this, again, we can slide this over, or up one pixel over 40 pixels. So we're starting at pixel 5, so we'll go to pixel 45. Yeah, okay. And then, so let's undo that, the scale, and let's adjust, or once again, image, resize, and let's drop it down to a height of 69. And again, it doesn't invent any new colors. It just using the palette that we have, it just like, just cuts out some. So like the hat got a little bit lumpy here, which is like one of the different side effects that we get. The hat got a little bit lumpy, but other than that, like it looks mostly like it didn't lose any of the sharpness, right? So that's kind of nice. So once again, we'll this should be much quicker and cleaner to fix up. Okay, so now we'll move it. So we're starting at pixel 6. Oh, wait a second. I was also supposed to, no, this is fine. Alright, we're starting at pixel 6, so we'll go to pixel 86. 86, and then we'll go up by 2 pixels. Yeah, this is fine, I guess. Oh, you know what's weird? Is like the arm kind of got chunked down. So the arm got a little chunked and the hat got a little chunked. But other than that, like things turned out mostly okay. So I think, whoops, not clone stamp tool. It should be not that difficult to get this back in order. So we'll just like smooth out the hat again and oops, a little more. Smooth out the hat again, and the arm got a little emaciated somehow. But other than that, like not much changed. So yeah, there we go. All right, so I think this is pretty good. So let's get rid of the green layer, and we can squish these layers together. So we'll save this archers .png. All right, and then actually I'm gonna save this as archer, or actually not the squished version, the unsquished version. Oops. Save this over the old archer because the old archer was the one that we hadn't cleaned up the art on. So oh hey Jesse Freeman, thank you for hosting. Welcome. Sorry, I wasn't paying close attention to chat. Okay, so yeah, save that, and then so now so like we did, like instead of just having like a single archer, we have 3 archers. Instead of just having a single target, we'll have like 3 targets. Oh, so another thing is that we've kind of defined what the rest of the palette is here. So let's open one of our other images of the like what would it be, hits, I guess, for the targets, because well, so for one thing, in like all the other instances of the target, we like muted the colors a little bit. So I think I might want to do the same sort of muting of these colors, because like after for the tableaus where like where the targets are like filling up like a lot of the scene, like it was really like the contrast was like unpleasant with it just like bright red and bright white, like, so I had to like knock it down a bit. It used to be like more like this, and that was like too much. So I think I might knock this down a little bit too. So let's I don't know, let's magic wand it, I guess. But with higher tolerance. Not that high. Like that, and then let's add in the interior space here. And let's just do like brightness and contrast, I think is how I did it last time. Just like lowered the brightness a bit and upped the contrast slightly. Or no, maybe not. Maybe I just lowered the... Or maybe I up the brightness, decreased the contrast. No, maybe I decreased both. I don't know. It was relatively subtle, right? But it was just in the interest of like cutting down that obnoxiousness of the of those tones. So I don't know. It might have been something like this. How's that look? Whatever. I'm just gonna spill here because I don't think I got very close. Oh no, I did get very close. That was actually that is nearly a match. All right, wow. I am the king of eyeballing colors. I can eyeball any. Okay, that one got a little too dark. So I will spill this in a little bit later. I'm almost the king of eyeballing colors. Almost. Alright, and then the rest of it I'll do manually. Alright, so... yeah, I just, right, most of this is good though. Like the setting up of the target, like the shape of the target and everything. Like I like it, and I think that's good. The only thing the only other thing I need to do is add in the shading, right? So go with a bigger brush, and so um, let's just go around the outside here, and yeah, we're just adding like this. So this part is like in shading because the light is hitting the light hits the target pretty much head on. So like just the this back edge like is mostly what picks up the shading, and or what doesn't pick up the light and therefore is shaded. And then I might do like a thin edge or around the far edge as well. Maybe. We'll see. But let's clean up these edges a little bit. Oops. And so right, so like we did with the adventures after this, or as we did with the archers, we'll just triplicate the target, and then so we'll do the same sort of like shrinky, perspective-y setting up of the targets. Oh, so yeah, this file though, I'm gonna have to keep this. I basically need to make. All right, so for one thing, this file is animated, so I need to make 4 different frames of the same file for the animation. The other thing is there's 4 different versions of that animation, because the animated element will be the flags that are like next to the target and flapping and stuff. And so I'll want to reinforce the direction and strength of the wind as per the previous tableau depiction of the wind and wind strength. And there are 4 different wind conditions. There's only one wind condition, but there's 4 different wind conditions. So I'll want a version of the animation for each of those. So there'll be 16 versions of this image altogether, 4 frames for all 4 sets of animation. So, yeah. Alright, so this is pretty good, I think, for the target, shaded, and stuff. Oh, yeah, this is fine. I don't really need to shade this stuff in the background because this is all like in shading, like it's all in the shadow cast by the target itself. Although that's not, I don't know, that's not strictly necessary. I could add a tone of shading here too, because like I don't know, it looks a little bit flat relative, and so if I just bump that up a little bit though. Then actually that might be a little too extreme. So let's go back up, and yeah, I don't know, just something like this. It doesn't have to be like super high tech or anything. It's like just like reinforce the thickness of these posts, I guess. Actually, I shaded it on the outside, but actually it should be shaded on the inside. Usually things are shaded on the right and lit on the left, but this is like, I don't know, ambient occlusion, I guess. I like when I'm doing 2D stuff, I like to describe the effect that I'm rendering in 2 dimensions by the term for what it's called in 3-dimensional art. Because I don't know, that's how I think about this stuff, really. It's like I think about games in 3 dimensions. It's still like, even having worked on this project as long as I have, it's still really weird for me to think about games in 2 dimensions. It's like not how I've ever operated before. Alright, so that's fine. And then I won't do any like shading on the hay or whatever. That's fine as it is. I might differentiate the hay in the 3 different targets that we have going on. But so let's right, so now let's duplicate this. Okay, so for one thing, the spacing between the targets is wider than the spacing of the adventures, and even if it wasn't, we'd still probably have to stretch this image wider. So actually, yeah, for starters, I'm just gonna say image canvas size. Let's just like double it. So it's 155. Let's put it up to like, I don't know, like 300, which I know is not literally doubling it, but whatever. Actually, let's keep it centered though. So image canvas size 300, anchoring to the center. Okay, and then delete that and that. I mean, it might actually. This might actually need to go wider still, but we'll try this for now. So what was I using? It was archery, long view, et cetera, et cetera. It was the long view. Yeah. So the spacing here is 55 pixels apart for these targets. So let's duplicate this layer. Actually, no. I'll just cut right to the chase of actually. Oh yeah, no. You know what? So I will slide this. I will slide this one to the edge. Now that I think about it, because like yeah, the other two are going to be the slightly shrinkier version of this. So actually yeah, we'll put this right up to the edge, and then so now let's copy this, file new, okay, paste this in, and we'll go. So once again, we'll say resize. We'll only drop 1 pixel off the top, so we'll just put it from 90. Oh, don't maintain aspect ratio. Or do you oh, actually, no, yeah. Maintaining aspect ratio is fine. Nearest neighbor. Okay. And then, alright, so now we can do, like, the perspective-y thing where we add in a new layer, paste this in, line it up. I mean, it doesn't have to be exact, but, like, roughly. And then, okay, so then we'll slide it over by, what was it, 55 pixels? Is that what we said? No, it was, yeah, it was 55, right? Yeah, 55. Okay, so so this is 3 pixels off. So we'll slide it down to negative 52. I mean, we can eyeball it too, right? It doesn't have to be exactly the same number of pixels. But it looked good in the scene at roughly like this distance apart. So what is the game architecture like? Sogam is not technically wrong, although that's not exactly how I would describe the architecture. That is those are true statements, but no, the architecture is great. Oh, thank you, Zero. Sorry, I was not paying close attention to chat. Oh, Zero said that a while ago. The game architecture is great. I just like. It's not that I don't like it when people criticize the code style. It's just that like no one ever comes up with valid criticisms. Like people are like, your code's in one file, and it's like, yes, that's not a criticism. That's an observation. Like if people comment on, so if people just comment on like the organization of my code, it's like that's fine. Like okay, it's not an interesting thing to say. Like if you said like my code is all in one document and you were trying to be interesting, unfortunately you missed the mark. Interesting would be like if you made like an observation that anyone cares about. No, but like I like that's like yeah no there are valid criticisms that you can make about my code. Like it's not perfect, it's not literally perfect, it's pretty good. Like it does what it's supposed to do, and that's what I worry about when I work on it. I don't worry about like, oh, does this code ascribe to like what people like consider like, you know, the correct way to like organize like something that's like completely superficial and like does not have any actual ramifications on like how anything works in terms of like the resultant software. It's like, no, you know what? I guess I don't spend a lot of time thinking about those things. And well, so the nice thing is that because I don't waste my time thinking about those things, I can spend my time like actually like making the game like, you know, fun and performant, and you know, I can spend that time adding like cool features to it. So like I have no remorse about how I like organize my stuff. And I also yeah, so like as Sogam said, I don't respond well to people who show up and are like, oh, you should do this, you should do that. Because the fact of the matter is, no one has ever showed up and said like, oh, you should do this, you should do that, like with respect to like, you know, how I organize my code, and actually had a good point. Like no one's actually come up with like something, like people have been like, oh, you should do it like more like how I want it done. But no one's actually like came in and said like, oh, here's a thing that would actually like make the game run better, right? Like no one, like that's never. So like if people, I don't know. Apart from the fact that this is an independent project and I don't take suggestions, like if people showed up and like that was like where they were coming from, like with this conversation, then like that's something that I could actually like find at least meaningful, right? But that's never what it is. So, um, all right. So yeah, let's. I guess we didn't need as much space as I thought we did. So, uh, we do need a little extra space over here for the flag animation. So actually, I won't crunch it down yet. So I'll leave it like this for now, and I'll add in a layer for the flag, and I'll do the. Yeah, I'll do the flag in the background first, because it'll dictate how much space we need, and also oh, you know what I want to do for temporary? So let's save as archery long view. Whoops. I did not mean to make a shortcut to it right here. Although it's apparently helpful. You can just drag right from this top bar. You can drag right from this bar down into here, and it'll make shortcuts for you. Um, no, flag. Yeah, let's call this like flag 0. And then let's save it as flag 1, and then save it as flag 2, and save it as flag 3. Right, because there's gonna be there's gonna be 4 frames of animation, and in general, I find it easier to work on these things when they and close them. I don't need all of these files open right now. I find it easier to work on these things when I have them open 4 times and I can flip between the tabs. Because like I don't think Paint.net was like made for which programming languages do I know? I don't even pretend to know English, like the English language. I speak English, but like when asked, like I never say like when asked like, you know, what languages do I speak, like in terms of like spoken languages, I say I know some English. That's just because I don't know, it's kind of like an acknowledgement to the fact that like some people are like really like language smart, and like I consider those the ones who are like fluent in English. Um uh so in the same vein, like I don't consider myself to know any language, like any programming language, but that said, I've written programs in C++, Java, C Sharp, Python. Those are like the ones that I've worked with most. So right, so I don't claim to know Python, but like this program's written in Python. So yes, Klingon, right? Thank you. um, oh man, I bet someone has made a Klingon programming language. Like it hadn't occurred to me until you just mentioned it, but like now that I think about it, someone's probably made that, right? It probably actually like, exists. That is the height of something. I won't go into what. All right, what am I looking for? The flag. Right. So in AIM, this is where we have the flag images defined. So let's just we can just open any random one of these because these are the colors that we'll want to pick for drawing this flag. So the flag post will go. Oh yeah. So it's in the very background layer. So the flag post will go a little something like, I don't know, like a vertical line. The flag post is not like the most inspired or interesting part of this scene, but it's an important one. It is an important one, and actually it should be pretty tall too. Just like go up to here. Oops, a little too cut off a little too much there. Robble. All right, there we go. Is that true, Varak? You actually know the. You actually know. Did you know that offhand, or did you have to look that up? Because if you knew that offhand, then you win. You win. All right. So the shading here, also very simple. Yep. And then I guess I'll just for drafting purposes, I'm going to draw a separate layer for the flags themselves. All right, so I guess like I'll just start with any of them, right? So like one of the flags, like Oh yeah, so I'll copy this flag post to all the other images. Do and insert a new layer. Do Right. So, you know what? I guess I might as well use the flags that I've drawn already as guidelines. So, for example, like left light. Just open these. Oh yeah. Okay. So one thing I want to do is make sure that like the flags. Right. So there's going to be 3 flags, and they'll all be animated. And I want to make sure they don't all have the exact same frame of animation. So I'll want to stagger the frames of animation. Is another thing that I'll have to remember to do at some point. But I can worry about that later. Okay, so the first. Oh man, I just want to take screenshots of. I just want to take screenshots of this and just use. Wait, I could just shrink down the. I don't have to redraw these images. I can just scale these down because I basically drawn them already. Yeah, like why not just that? How about? Sure. So like, how big would this actually want to? How big would we actually want this to be? Keep canvas size. Oh wow, this is huge. This is huge. Huge. Alright, how big would we actually want it to be in order to fit on this, oops, not that. In order to fit on this flag post. We would actually want it to be about, like, this big. I think that's roughly to scale. So, yeah, this is going to be way easier. So let's actually let's flatten it a little bit because it's like the perspective a little bit. So what are these new dimensions? These are like 31 by 23. Yeah. All right. Let's just do that. So image resize. Don't maintain aspect ratio. 31 by 23. Oh, we don't want to do nearest neighbor here. I think we do want to do best quality. Yeah. Hey, look at that. Way simpler. And I think I'll just like erase out the stick. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Erase out the. We'll just use the post as we have it. Here. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Look at that flag. Way easier than just redrawing every frame of animation. And this way we'll know it's consistent too. So let's clone this flag post twice because there are going to be 3 flags, right? So there'll be here, here, and here. So this one will go. We need to move this one 110 pixels this way. Oh, we also need to stick these in the ground, I guess. Actually, no, we can just drop this. Oh wait, 110 pixels and then drop it down by 2 pixels. Yeah. And we do need to connect to the ground because it's kind of floating above the ground right now, which is a little weird. Okay. So actually, I should probably extend. Oh yeah. That's like way above the ground, or like that's like. We should extend. Yeah, we should definitely elongate this, so that it actually touches the ground. That is kind of an important thing. Hadn't really thought of that until just now. But oh, I'm drawing on the wrong layer. Derp. Layer 4. That's the one I want. Actually, let's hide this other layer 4 temporarily. Yeah, this should be to touch like actually all the way down to the ground. It would actually have to go more like that. Okay. That's better. Oh, look at all this chat I'm not paying attention to. You've never shaved your face before? It's not fun. It's not fun. isn't the shading on the wrong side of those flags? What? What? Crazy talk. No such thing. Um, the shading for the flags is mostly internal shading. It's it's mostly the shading that the flags themselves cast on themselves. Actually, it's really difficult not to. It's really difficult not to do this. Sometimes if I'm working on things, I'll realize like at a certain point like, oh, I've been doing this for like a year. I've been doing this for way too long. I should stop. And then of course I'm nervous that I like messed it up somehow. But no, it's nice. I like it. Um, um, will I tell you about the game architecture if you compliment? Oh yeah. No, I guess I got distracted about some of the other topics, and we never actually really talked about the architecture. Yeah. Okay. So the way the game's set up is there's a it's highly threaded. So like the why is this like I'm like touching my stylus to the thing and it's not doing anything. Like look at this. I'm using the eraser tool, and I'm on a layer with an eraser. Oh, did I accidentally like pick up a color with? No, I don't even have a color with zero transparency. Oh, it's just my keywords like not responding. Is my computer frozen or something? What the heck is going on here? Oh, there we go. Okay, thanks. Weird. Yeah, so the program's highly threaded. Basically anything that isn't guaranteed to occur on a like a good schedule, like network calls. Like network calls can get hung up by network conditions and like various other things. Those are all put on. Those are all kind of like put separately so that they don't choke up the data thread. It used to be that the data thread and the graphics thread like were the same, but at a certain point I set it so that like, well, okay. So one of the interesting things about one of the interesting things about making a Twitch game, if you've never done it before, is there's a 20-second like delay in streaming before you misspelled links. Linsk. No, okay, so yeah, with Twitch streaming, there's a 20-second delay, sometimes longer, between when something actually happens. Like when I'm saying this, for example, you're hearing me say this like 20 seconds after I actually say it, which is also part of why like when you talk to a streamer in Twitch chat, like they never answer your questions immediately. I mean, I get a little extra delayed sometimes because sometimes I forget to be paying attention to chat and it takes me a little extra longer. But like even a prompt and like attentive streamer, there's still going to be that delay. So yeah, so the interesting thing about making a Twitch game is that you know that's part of the experience. And so basically what I realized at a certain point is that so in designing the game, like that was a huge constraint. Like it like so much had to like change, or like, you know, so much depended on oh, you know what? I don't like the position of this flag. Sorry, I kind of jumped from topic to topic. Yeah, so much when I was working on this game in the first place, like so much had to change based on do I want to move the flag out or do I want to move the flag? Like I just don't like how it's like right up against the edge of the target. I want it to either be like under the target or like away from the target, and I don't know which. I feel like I want it to be like kind of under the target. But then like when the flag's flapping in the other direction. Well, no, you know what? When the flag's flapping in the other direction, that's not like pertinent. Like this scene is not about pertinent gameplay information. So yeah, I think I'm gonna shift it behind the target. That's not much better though. I can put it like completely behind the target, but then that's like almost weird. Maybe I should put it out from the target. Yeah, because how did I have it in the Tableau? I think I actually didn't like how I had it in the Tableau, but I'm gonna look at it anyways. Right, so Twitch delay, really hard to accommodate for in terms of like gameplay, or like you just have to like be attentive to it, and you have to make your decisions based on the Twitch delay. Because if you don't like traditional games like that don't have to account for like that sort of delay. Oh, so I changed the art, and so now they're like floating in the sky. Okay, yeah. So previously I had the flags like behind the target, but I didn't necessarily like that actually. So I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. Okay, so Twitch delay. Yeah. So what I realized at a certain point is that this is something that I'd have to deal with anyways, and there's actually a way I can use it to my advantage because there's a guaranteed 20-second delay between when something happens and when I can show it to the player. Because of that 20-second delay, I I can like what's the difference between 20 seconds and 21 seconds, right? Um, so I've actually completely divorced the graphics from the game. The graphics thread runs independent of everything that controls game logic, and there's virtually zero calculation done on the graphics thread. So I'm kind of like stressing Pygame because Pygame does not like having to so like okay, so the way the game is rendered, um it's only like I mean it's only that narrow band across the bottom of the screen, but those graphics are composed of like basically like five different layers, right? There's the four environmental layers, and then there's the adventurer layer, and then there's things like name tags and like other various things that like get rendered as well. The script is still running, right? Sorry, yesterday the script crashed and I hadn't realized it, but the script is still running, right? It seems like it's running pretty well. Everything seems to be in order. Okay. Sorry, I'm just like paranoid about that. Okay. Uh, Yeah, so apparently like one thing I realized at a certain point in my project is that like I'm actually like hitting the upper limits of like what Pygame can do. Like Pygame doesn't like even just that narrow band of graphics, if you multiply that by 5, that's like more than Pygame like it can like reasonably handle in like a in a to render at like 30 frames per second. So like for one thing we had to do like some pretty heavy optimizations and I mean we've been like really scrimping with like how we do rendering stuff on the graphics thread, but like I mean the one way that we were able to get it running at like a steady clip at all was to put basically all the calculation on another data thread. So basically the entire game runs independent of the graphics, and then the game uses a messaging system to just tell the graphics like, oh, here's what's happening in the game, like here, show this, show this, show this. uh, so that's like the core architecture of the game. That's like roughly how the game's set up. So all the like the data threads that I was talking about earlier, or like the network threads, like they all report to the data thread. When I say the data thread, I usually mean the thread that controls like all the gameplay. Uh, and so like the data thread and the graphics thread are like the two main threads, and then like all the network threads report to the maybe it's fine to have the flag like behind the target a little bit. Like we don't have to see the flag. Like I'm like the flag is not important gameplay information. The flag represents important gameplay information when it's next to the target. But then like in every other like in this scene, this is the only other time that we see the flag, and like it's not important here. Like it's just like, oh yes, right, here's that thing that we just saw a moment ago, and here it still is. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. Okay, so oh yeah, so what is this offset now? So paste, let's again slide this over by 110 pixels. Yeah, I think this makes sense because like the flag, it's literally just there so that the person like staring at the target head on can see like which direction the wind is flapping. And yeah, okay, so let's go to this layer, paste again, and slide it over. Oh, this layer is hidden, so it's like, wait, what's happening? So let's slide this one over by 55 pixels. Yeah, and then okay, so yeah, what was the sizes that we shrunk these down to? 31 by 23. So let's shrink these all down to 31 by 20. Oh, yeah. Okay, so for the weak flag, oh yeah. So for the weak flag, like some of it actually extends off the bottom of the screen. So I guess I will want to touch that up a little bit, but that's easy enough. Yeah, that's fine. That's easy enough. Okay, so 31 by 23 was it? 31 by 23. Adjustments. Image resize 31 by 23. Yeah, copy that. And then okay, so which way would the wind be blowing here? This would be, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Where would the wind would blow across? The wind would blow across these flags. How? Like, this is okay, this one got the wind first. This one has the wind. So wait, hold on, sorry. Just the way that the flags are positioned and the way that the wind is blowing. The wind is blowing in this direction, so I guess like, yeah. So each flag should, so it should cycle backwards. It should cycle backwards through the indexes. So all right, so I'm not going to use this one yet. Let's shrink the other ones down. So image resize 31 by 23, and oh sorry, I wasn't paying attention to chat. So there's a program which reduces the delay to like 5 seconds. Is that true? That sounds made up. uh, I mean, it'd be neat, but it sounds made up. uh, so let's. Hey, yeah, you did change colors. On my screen, you just changed colors slightly, but you changed like from a brighter green to like a pea green. All right. Image resize 31 by 23. Tab 23. Okay. So right. So we're gonna actually cycle through the flags in this direction. So this one over here. Oops. Yeah. New layer. Sorry. New layer. This one is actually gonna be this flag position. And again, we'll erase away the stick. And yeah, that's fine. And then right, so the next one will be this one. So let's come here, add in a new layer above here, paste this, and once again, erase this stuff. And yeah. Oops, I was a little aggressive with the eraser there. I erased a little too much. Alright, that's better. Yeah. And then, okay, so this will be like one frame of animation for this. Oh, except, yeah, as we noticed, the, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna say, image, canvas size, oh, I should be keeping careful track of the pixel positions of where I'm putting those flags. So yeah, I'll just have to be careful about that. All right, so the canvas size. Let's just extend this down by like. Wait a second. Actually, let me look at this real quick. Is this lined up correctly? Like, it's like layer 9. If I slide layer 9 over by 55 or like 110 pixels, are the flag, like the parts that like clamp the flag onto the staff, like they should line up. Oh, I was off by 1 pixel. All right, so I want to be careful about that because like I do want these to be lined up correctly. Yeah. So, okay. So this is lined up, and then so let's slide this over by 110 pixels. I should be sliding this down. No, I don't slide this down by 2 pixels. Just slide it over by 110 pixels. Okay. Huh. It looks better here, but this is like technically correct, so I guess this flag is supposed to be a little more deflated, so I guess that's fine. And let's do this. Let's check this one too, just in case. So this one, yeah, this one was also off by 1. So, all right. I guess I just happened to, for the first one, I just happened to pick one that was especially like it had that visible gap there. But okay, this is fine. So, oh yeah, so then the other thing I was going to do was to yeah, that sounds made up. I doubt that actually works. the thing. I mean, like, it's a nice idea, but I'm pretty sure the delay is not on the streaming software. I'm pretty sure the delay is on the Twitch service. So like, it doesn't make sense that there would be software that would decrease the delay inherent to the Twitch service, right? Um, Actually, on these little images, I'm just gonna delete the stick from here. That way, I don't have to keep deleting it on the other side. Uh, yeah, and then also, and then right. So also on here, I'm going to draw on the part of the flag that like is off screen, so that way I don't have to keep redrawing that as well. And I'll redraw it once, and then it'll be consistent on, or I'll draw it once, and then I won't have to redraw it. It'll be consistent across all the slides. Okay. So oh, that's what you're saying about that. Hmm. Hmm. All right. But okay. Well, I guess that's cool. I I don't mind the delay. I guess I'd rather just use OBS, which like works great, and I don't mind the delay, right? Like if I, because like the difference between like a 20-second delay and a 5-second delay, it's still gonna cramp like anything that you'd be doing gameplay wise. And like I've already made side quests to, like the nice thing about side quests is that like the delay doesn't really matter. Like there's nothing that the delay actually affects in the game. And I've done that very specifically because like even with a 5-second delay, like you're like okay, players like of like for example a shooter game or whatever, they perceive like a delay in like the like 100 millisecond range. So like 5 seconds is like significantly longer than like simply 100 milliseconds, and so like you're not going to get sharp gameplay on Twitch. I guess that was the point I was trying to make, right? So like the difference between like yeah 5 seconds, that is less of a delay than 20 seconds. However, it's not, yeah, it's if you're going to make a Twitch game, even using that, you're still gonna have to think about that 5 seconds. You're still gonna have to really put a lot of work and not work necessarily, but a lot of thought into like what are you going to do during those 5 seconds? Like how is that going to play out for the player? So all right, so let's clamp to the top of this image and extend it down by like, I don't know, I think we only need like 2 extra pixels here. And this will be really simple. It'll just be like, delete. We probably don't even need two extra pixels. We can probably just do this in like, yeah, look at that, easy. All right, and then I think this one needed some extra pixels too. This one might need 2 extra pixels. So canvas size 25, and y'all. All right, so delete that, and then this one I'll just use the darker tone. No, not the clone stamp tool. Just use the darker tone, and I think it's basically supposed to look like that. Yeah. Okay. Good then. Hitbox TV has near to no delay. We'll see. So that would also, so if Hitbox has no delay using the same tools, that would strongly indicate that the delay is on the Twitch side and not on the software side. So I don't know. Maybe if you use that whatever that software is on Hitbox, maybe then you get no delay. Yeah, I mean, part of the reason Twitch does the things that it does is because of, like the data throughput. So like I'm sure there are a lot of things that Hitbox can do that Twitch can't do, because Hitbox doesn't have the same data throughput Hitbox doesn't have the same number of viewers and it doesn't have the same number of streamers. So like, I mean, even if Hitbox like doesn't do that, like even if Hitbox has like no delay now, like are we? I don't know. I don't know. Like I wasn't complaining. Like when I started talking about the delay, I was not complaining. I was just talking about how there's this delay that exists. Like it wasn't like it's not a problem. It's just something to consider, and it's something that yeah, no, like I said, it started out as a constraint. Like when the project first started, like it was like, how do I accommodate this? But then at a certain point, it actually, because the game did accommodate it, as a result, like, good things came out of it ultimately. So, or like, at a certain point, like, because of the way the game worked. Oh, whoops, wait, no, I was doing that for two reasons. I wanted to check I wanted to get the extra pixels that we added to the bottom, but I also wanted to check the pixel coordinates because so this is at 96.1 are the coordinates for the first flag. That can go away. 96. I'm not actually saving this. I'm just jotting it down so I can remember. 96.1 is the pixel coordinate. So then 96 plus 55 will be the coordinates for the next one, and so on and so forth. Okay. Or actually, I will jot these down. So 96.1. 96 plus 55 is 151, and then 1 still. No, not stupid. And then 96 plus 110 is 206. Yeah. So these are the positions of the flag graphics that we have in the game. Okay. And I'm just gonna put those like here so that I can see them between the yeah. Okay. So good. This is like the first. So right. So we put in a little setup work. The rest of the work for making these animations won't involve, like, it took us a long time to get this first one done, but like the rest of them won't take as long. So all right, let's so now we can like squish these all together, hypothetically, squish all these layers together, and save this as so yeah, what is this? This is okay. So we have right here. So the ones that we need will be right strong, right light, right, or excuse me, left strong, and left light. I think this is left light, right? This is left light. So this is left light 0.png. No, it's a PNG, not a or 0, and it's a .png. All right. Oh yeah, actually, we don't need all that extra space on the side, but I'm not gonna care about it now. Maybe I'll go and take that out later. But yeah. Twitch is slightly larger than Hitbox. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying close attention to chat. Yeah, so yeah, no one said bandwidth. No one said bandwidth. We were talking about data throughput, which is not the same thing as bandwidth. Bandwidth is just about like connection. Data throughput is about like what are they doing with this data? So yeah, let's okay, so yeah, right. So now what we do, all right, so for these other I guess actually because I'm not actually drawing the animations, I don't really need these other ones. So I'm actually just going to get rid of these. And I'll just yeah, no, actually this will be a lot easier too. So undo all the squishing. Right. So then so save this. No, save it. We can get rid of all these. We can get rid of all these other ones. We can get rid of all these other ones. I will murder you. Stop. Stop being annoying. Okay, get rid of all these other ones. Save this here. Yes, I want to replace it. And then, right, yeah, because, okay, so now, because, like, right, so for most of these animations, like, they're just gonna, like, move down one, mostly. Uh, so, like, this one, uh, wait, how's this gonna work? So, right, this is index 0, this is index 2, and this is index 3. So, 2 is gonna become 3, 3 is gonna become 0. Okay, so we're not gonna use this one in the middle. So layer 8. Hold on, I'm just gonna name these layers real quick. So this is top target uh, or near target uh, or yeah, near target. This is near flag. This is near post. Oops. This is near post. This is middle target. This is middle flag. And this is middle post. This is wait, why do we? Oh, we have an extra layer down here because. Oh, whoops! Shoot, I was supposed to delete that layer. It doesn't make a big difference, but whatever. Uh, so this is far target. This is far flag, and this is far post. Yeah, and so then whatever. I'm gonna resave that other image. Not that it's a huge deal. I accidentally left a layer with like some stupid data on it. So Control Shift Save, left light. No, stupid. If you make me change the data format in that drop down box every freaking time, I'm gonna get really annoyed really fast. Paint.net. Okay, so undo. Okay, so what happens with this animation is the middle flag, like we can kind of just get rid of that because we'll need to introduce a new frame of animation for that kind of. But really what's happening is the near flag kind of becomes the middle flag in that like so we'll shift it over 55 pixels because like this is how the animation works is that like this flag had been like advanced by like one frame of animation, so like this is now the new frame of animation here, and the far flag actually we can cut this and put it as the near flag because this was the I'm gonna slide this over by 110 pixels because this was the next frame of animation for this position. So then the next frame of animation for the far flag would be this one. So copy this, paste this on the far flag layer, and its position 96 1 is where this one goes. Yeah. Okay. See, so that was so this is our second frame of animation. So that didn't take nearly as long to put together. I really wish there was a button to like save as like with all the layers compressed instead of all right, Control Shift Save. So this will be 0 or this will be 1.png. Okay. Is there like an export? No. Oh, Paint.net, I will not miss you. All right, so undo all this. Undo all the layer squishing. Actually, you know what? Just so there's like slightly fewer layers to squish when I'm squishing these things, I'm going to pre-squish some of these layers. I'm going to pre-squish near flag, near post, middle flag, middle, or no, excuse me, no, near post, middle target, and middle post, far target. Not a big deal, but technically I can pre-squish those layers. Alright, so like before, the near flag becomes the middle flag. Slide it over by 55 pixels. Actually, you know what? Since I'm just working from this one sheet now, actually I'm going to pre-squish the these layers because I just don't need this image to be as nearly as wide anymore. So let's canvas size, anchor to this side, and let's just cut off. How many pixels can we cut off? A lot of pixels, right? We can cut off like, we'll just cut off like this many. It's like 92 pixels. We can cut off 92 pixels on this side. So, actually wait, I can do that the other way. I can just go like this and say image crop selection. Yeah, there we go. Oh wait, but I do need to, right, so this is 210. So file, open yeah, I do have to go back and edit the two that we exported already. So this is now a width of 210. Yeah. So canvas size 210. Oh, wrong anchorage. Image canvas size anchor to this side 210. Sorry, I do see that there's chat. I noticed that it was like a wall of chat, and so I was gonna finish this thought before I read it. 210. Okay, save that. Okay, save that. Okay. Data throughput is not a data throughput limitation. I'm pretty sure it is. So I'm gonna wait a little longer before I go through and read that, but I will. Okay, so we put the middle flag to we put the near flag to the middle flag. So now we put the far flag to the near flag. Oh yeah. Okay. So we cut off. So we cut off 90 pixels from all of these. So this goes to 6. This goes to 40. Or 60, 61. And this goes to. This goes to 100, 116. That is the new follower sound. Smithy183, welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for following. You don't think it's a data throughput limitation? I think you're missing the fact that the processing is happening in those 20 seconds. I think that the reason that, like, okay, so let's say I can teleport, but it takes me 20 seconds to recite the incantation that allows me to teleport. You could say, like, the teleportation is instantaneous, but it's not like I can be anywhere immediately, because in order to be somewhere, I have to know that I have to go somewhere 20 seconds before I have to go there. So I could say, like, I could teleport to anywhere in the world instantaneously. And as long as I know 20 seconds in advance, then it'll feel instantaneous. But Twitch isn't dictating the content that gets broadcast through Twitch. It's responding to it. So Twitch doesn't know until, like, Twitch is getting messages. Like, so if Twitch was not a streaming service, it was a teleportation service, and we were talking about data throughput, then, like, people would be telling Twitch, teleport to this location on the planet, and then 20 seconds later, it would finish its incantation. That's a weird analogy, but does that make sense? Like, I don't know. It makes sense to me. So maybe I'm not explaining it great, but all right. So save it. Or wait, this isn't saved. This is just for my own personal recollection. Okay. Okay. So I put the far flag to the middle flag. So let's put the near flag to the the near flag to the middle flag. Let's put the far flag to the near flag. Oops. Select all, cut. Why is there nothing in the far flag layer? Where's the... Oh, I already moved it to the near flag layer. I just haven't slid it down yet. Oops. I was like, what? Alright, so slide it down 110 pixels. And, alright, and then, so that was frame, 2, or 0, frame 1, the second frame. So now the frame for this flag will be, at position 6-1, and it will be this one. Is that really the correct position for these, flags? I don't know, they just feel like really, like... Yeah, no, I guess that's fine. It's just like, the first one I did, there's actually a gap between, like, the flag and the post, and so I don't know, it just keeps feeling more right to put it, like, 1 pixel out, but no, I guess this is fine. Alright, so, alright, save that. Oops, no, save this, squish and save. Yeah. Squish, squishy squish. Save this as 2.png. Okay. And then last one, we will once more unsquish the layers. Unsquish the layers and oops. and then so near flag becomes the middle flag. Wait, what? Oh, whoops! I put that flag on the wrong layer. So actually, let me just correct that real quick. I put it on the near flag layer instead of it wasn't like it didn't have to underlap or overlap anything. So, yerp, didn't notice that. All right, so near flag. Cut this, put it on the middle flag layer. Slide it down to, or by 55 pixels, and the far flag on the near flag layer. Paste that and slide it over by 110 pixels. This is the most exciting thing that has ever happened in the history of game development, you guys. I'm so glad you're all here to share this. No, I mean, the cool thing is that this is the last thing that we do for the archery, so, or like for the archery graphics. So, like, I don't know. That part's pretty cool. So let's copy this, and on the far flag layer, position 6-1. All right, so let's squish all these layers together, and now we have bada bing, bada boom. We have our left light set of animations. Kind of glad I don't have to redraw these things. So let me just check that these animations are working correctly, and I don't have like, I don't know, I'm just like, I don't accidentally have like the I mean, I guess if I have the flags flapping backwards, I can always just like switch the order of the frames of animation. But like, I'm pretty sure I'm setting up this animation correctly. And let's just be sure about that, because why not? So archery, long view, flag, left light. So, oh shoot, I missed a frame of animation. Between these two frames of animation, the flag, this far flag doesn't flap. Why is that? What? So I was going from 3 to 0. Did I? Wait, how's it? Which frame of animation is it missing? What was this? Oh, that was from a while ago. So, alright, well, that's interesting. Alright, so from 0 to 2, to 1, from 1 to 2, everything seems fine. So to 3, so wait, so what was it at 2? It was at, so the near flag was at frame index 1. And then it goes to frame index 2. And it was supposed to go to frame index 3 here, but it didn't. And the other ones just work just fine. No, the middle one is also weird. What the heck? How did that go wrong? How did the first one work out perfect and the other two did not? That's weird to me. I mean, it seems like if anything, they all should have gone wrong. What the heck? Alright, well anyways, the first one is fine. So, what is it that we need to do here? I don't know. Maybe I should just do this. Maybe instead of trying to like swap them around, I should just like I don't know what. Just like reset them every frame. So that's cool. Alright, so what is this? This is here we have flag index 1 is at frame index, or the far flag is at frame, here, unsquish the layers. The far flag is at position water through a pipe? Pfft, boring. That doesn't involve teleportation at all. That doesn't involve any teleportation. Come on. Think of one that involves more magic. I don't know. Like, I can't imagine, like, what analogy you're... Well, alright, fine, I'll read it. Just please stop putting walls of text in chat, because they're annoying to read. if you wouldn't mind. Just like if you could, I don't know. Pipe through water. Broadcaster is pumping water through the pipe to Twitch. Twitch has to pull the water out of the pipe at a constant rate. It doesn't. Twitch isn't pulling the water out of the pipe though. It's just, I don't know. The water stays in the pipe. Like the water never leaves the pipe. Um, you know what? I'm gonna copy this and like put it somewhere, and I'll read it later. I'm reading it right now, and like I'm just like the most boring person in the world, just because I'm just literally just staring at another screen. So I'm gonna put this on a thing, and I'm gonna read this later. Thank you for typing all of that. That's like way more than I'll ever read, like during a stream, I think. But thank you, because it's probably very well thought out. I read enough of it to read to like get to the drift. Like this is probably well thought out. I should probably read this at some point. All right. So, yeah. Yeah. So I don't care what went wrong with those other frames. I'm just gonna. I mean, I kind of do. Like, it was so conceptually simple. Everything just slid down one, and everything worked great. But no, whatever. Tech with that. No, it's like okay, literally, the the flag on the end, the near flag always picked up the frame from the far flag, and yet somehow okay, no, I just okay, okay. So I'm gonna reconstitute the first frame, I guess, because that's like I don't know. I did have no. I don't know. Whatever. This is all dumb and it should work. It should have already worked. So we'll just do it again, and it should work again. Again, it should work. I don't know. That's my plan. I'll just do it correctly, and it'll work. That's the pact, right? That's why I like technology, because the pact with technology is if you do it correctly, it will work. And all right, so reconstituting the first frame. The first frame would be these frames here. Oops, copy. Near flag, paste. So this goes at position 116. Oh, I'll have to be. Oh no. Yeah, I'll have to be careful if I replace them piece by piece like this, because there are those extra pixels that extend below the bottom for some of these. So maybe I should like just increase the size. Whatever. All right, 116.1. Yes, that's correct. And then this is this should be the middle flag at position 61.1. And this one will have a few extra pixels because of so 61.1. Right, so this is there are these extra pixels down here. We'll just get rid of those, and okay, so now squish these, save this as index 0. This should be index. Oh wait, no, I didn't replace the starting flag. Right, copy this. Did I? I forget if I did or not. Far flag. Maybe I did. Oh yeah, maybe I did. Okay, whatever. Anyways, so squish this. Save this as index 0. Yes. Okay. This has to have worked. This can't have not worked. It's illegal for this not to have worked. Shut up. Shut up, it not working. Oh wait, now two of them are working fine. Oh, okay. I think I did frame 0 incorrectly the first time through. And so the reason that the middle flag is still not flapping quite right is because because I was doing that transferring thing. Because I was doing that transferring thing, I actually transferred the incorrect thing set up from the first frame incorrectly to the second one. So I guess I I mean, hypothetically, a quicker way to correct this is open frame 1, which is now the problem, and then do what with it? I'll oh yeah. So I can just I can actually just take this and paste it here, because like this is how it's supposed